Today we'll be talking about the southern live oak, or Quercus virginiana, in the family Fagaceae. And the growth form of this particular tree, unlike a lot of the other oaks, it has a shorter trunk, like the one behind us, but is much wider. So the stem is short and stout, but it has large branching limbs that grow horizontally from the center line of the trunk. And you can see this particular one is quite wide. The bark is thick, grayish dark brown and rough with deep furrows, and is separated into pronounced scaly ridges, as you can see as we grow further up. This is quite an old tree based on its size, so you can see a lot of variation in the bark presentation as you go around this tree. So here we have some deep grooves and furrows and scaly bark, while over here you see a bit more of the smooth presentation. The twig of a live oak is slender, rigid, and smooth, and the buds are multiple buds at the end of the twig, typically less than 1/8 of an inch in size and with dark brown scales. Leaves are simple and alternate with a dark green surface and pale beneath. They are leathery and almost elliptical. They are range in size from about 4 inches long to about 1/2 of an inch wide. And unlike a lot of the other oaks in the family Fagaceae, they are evergreen. So the live oak does not shed its leaves in the winter time. So it will have its green foliage year round. Leaves are entire, though they can occasionally have pointed serrations as an exception, and there's generally a rounded or slightly pointed tip. The species is monoecious, with male flowers borne on catkins and pistillate flowers borne on spikes, which appear in early spring. And the fruits are acorns. So the acorn of a live oak can be up to 1 inch tall. These in particular are still early in the growing season, but the cap is a darker brown, shiny cap, and it can cover more than 1/4 of the acorn. The acorns mature in a single growing season. The live oak grows in deciduous forests and coastal areas in the Atlantic and Gulf Coast plains. This particular tree is a remnant from the coastal plain natural forest. It's now a residential area, but the tree is also frequently planted in residential areas and parks because of the shade that it provides. It can as you can see here, clearly shade a house or a sidewalk or a park and lower energy costs or provide shelter. Very useful for the surrounding wildlife. Squirrels and other animals eat the nuts. Birds nest in the limbs that are wide, deeply branched. And live oaks are also common around marsh edges. The live oak is also one of the densest of the hardwoods, making it great for a fuel wood.